send y'all spec. And hits that me, that's facts. I'm still coming for a play. When I hear something, then shut up, 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 shut up.
What's going on, guys? I figured it's been long enough since I told you how to spend your own hard-earned money, so I'm today gonna tell you how to spend your hard-earned money. Really? Really, twice in the same joke? Where's the scriptwriter at? Where's the scriptwriter at? And matter of fact, where's lighting? Where's lighting to help me with my little Twin Peaks situation over here? All right, thank you, thank you. Today I've got a list of cards that you can walk into your LGS with 10 bucks and pick all of them up for. And yes, that means you have to pick up every single card I talk about today. My dad's got a hunting license and a muzzleloader. Your move, douche canoe. Tell them how to spend their money. Insinuate my dad will harm them. Check. Call them douche canoe. Check. All right, yeah, intro is done. Let's get into it. Let's check out Moogle's Valor. Moogle's Valor comes in at 62 cents. It is 2 and 2 white for an instant. For each creature you control, create a 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Yeah, I love running this thing. Everyone's like, does he have the Moogle's Valor? Is an elephant big? I've got the Moogle's Valor, baby. This is a great tool in a creature-heavy deck like Jetmir or Alesha who smiles at death to protect your go-wide strategy field with indestructible, while also doubling your creature count. And keep in mind, these creatures have a lifelink, so if you have any way to buff them, make them bigger, that's the same thing. They become even better tools to use, like in my Arna Kennerud Sky Captain deck. Yeah, that's based around 1/1 counters and tokens, so not only does Moogle's Valor protect my tokens, it makes me more tokens, and then I can put 1/1 counters on my Moogle creature tokens with lifelinks. With lifelink, we're living good. We're living tasty. And before we get into the next card, yes, I still do have a cold. I don't know why it won't go away. Every day is a new symptom. It was sore throat, runny nose, sore throat again, inflamed sinuses, headache and body aches. We're back on the stuffed nose. Moving on to Sonic Screwdriver for 53 cents. It is a 3-drop artifact, not to be mistaken with this Sonic Screwdriver or this Sonic Screwdriver. If you're just listening to audio here, I put up a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog holding a screwdriver alcoholic drink, and then the Sonic restaurant now serving literal screwdrivers, the tool. This 3-mana rock is definitely worth running, tapping for any color, paying 1 and tapping to untap another target artifact, paying 2 and tapping to scry 1, or paying 3 and tapping to make target creature unblockable. All of these are very useful, but keep in mind, at the base level, this is a 3-mana mana rock. That's going to be useful. It's going to accelerate you like any mana rock does. This one's just got a bunch of other stuff stapled to it. It reminds me of Staff of Dominance a little bit. This has got the built-in make a creature unblockable ability, which is incredibly good. Rogue's Passage has been getting mad respect for me lately. You can also use this politically to target opponent's creatures to make them unblockable. So that's another added bonus. This feels like a Sunday with another scoop of sundae. You thought I was gonna say cherry on top. With a couple cherries on top, dude. This card's pretty good. I like it. It's giving me staff vibes. Maybe a little MRSA medical joke. We'll move on to the next one. Deep Glow Skate is an old school classic that used to be pushing 10 bucks. This thing's coming in at 31 cents now. It's a 3/3 creature for 4 and a blue. When Deep Glow Skate enters the battlefield, send an Australian to the bin. No, sorry. Wait, hold on. I misread that. Double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents. Thank you to the Edge of Eternity's Commander reprint for dropping this card's price significantly. Where do you put this thing? I mean, obviously, you can run it in the 1/1 counter deck to start doubling your whole field worth of 1/1 counters. It's also really good in like Super Friends decks based around Planeswalkers, where it'll just double all your Planeswalkers one of DTBs. Most of the time, that's enough to use the ultimate on most of your Planeswalkers. So that could be a win con right there, especially if you've got some like small blink packages in the deck, so you can keep reusing Deep Glow Skate. That seems incredibly good. This one feels good to pick up for under $1, so yeah, pick it up for under $1. Up next, we've got Banin, the Returner's Leader. This guy comes in at 13 cents. He's a 1/3 creature for a red and a white. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from among cards put into your graveyard from anywhere other than your battlefield this turn. When you attack, you can pay a colorless, draw a card, discard a card. Maybe I'm just like hyper fixating on this card because I don't like red-white normally, and it takes a lot for me to like a red-white card. So maybe that's why I like this card so much, just because it is a red-white card that I enjoy. I feel like this is really, really good though, turning all of your Thrill of Possibilities type cards that let you like ditch cards out of your hand to draw to. Maybe even something like, what is the... It's like M11. It's 2 red. You discard 2 instead. Wild Guess? ironically enough, as that name is, I think it's Wild Guess. If you're running this dude, Wild Guess becomes a discard 2 cards, one of them being a creature, one of them being a card you don't need, draw 2 cards, then be able to cast the creature you discarded. The real sauce with this guy, though, is Queen Kyla Bin Krug. I think I got her name right. If that's not it, here she is. Her whole deal is you discard your whole hand and you draw that many cards, and you can cast a 1-drop artifact or creature from your graveyard, a 2-drop artifact or creature, and a 3-drop artifact or creature. So with our boy Banin in play, so maybe with Kyla we bring back 1-drop artifact, 2-drop creature, 3-drop creature, use our boy Banin to play the 1-drop creature that we discarded. You're flooding your board. You're doing the Queen Krug thing. Idol of Oblivion. I really don't have a lot to say here. This card is 63 cents. It's an artifact that comes in for 3. You can tap it to draw a card if you have created a token this turn, or you can pay 8 mana, sack it to make a 10/10 Eldrazi token. The 10/10, sure. That's a Sunday crushing cherry. Oh, bro, it was a Sunday crushing cherry, dude, bro. It was crazy. What we're here for, make a token, tap it, draw a card. That's a really good card draw engine. I just like that. Food tokens, boom, here you go, draw a card. Creature token, boom, there you go, draw a card. Treasure token, blood token, clue token, draw cards, baby. If you make any of those, especially if your commander makes any of those, this is just a great card draw engine to throw into your deck. Again, 63 cents. Under $1. Let's get a little saucy on this video, all right? We've got Dissipation Field, all right, for $2.39. This 2/2 blue enchantment has, whenever a permanent deals damage to you, return it to its owner's hand. No, yeah, I read that right. That's really, really good. It's a permanent. It doesn't even say creature. So that impact tremors that won't get off your fucking back, that's going to get bounced every time it does damage to us, which is all the time. Are you running tokens? Yeah, if you're not gonna kill me that turn. Wait, I just thought of the perfect clip for this. Me when I run Dissipation Field against tokens.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me!
Also, I know a lot of you guys don't think about stuff like this. What can I say? I'm a giving guy. You can use this politically, dude. So if someone's got like a Ravenous Chupacabra across the field and it goes to their turn, you can be like, hey, I'll let you swing at me with Ravenous, so Dissipation Field will bounce it. If you can play it again this turn to get rid of that big threat over there. Thinka. The thinker be thinking. The stinker be stinking. Much like Idol of Oblivion, we've got Tireless Tracker for 17 cents. This 2 and a green 3/2 creature has landfall, create a clue token. Whenever we stack a clue token, put a 1/1 counter on Tireless Provisioner. Again, 1/1 counter is more of a cherry here. Getting a clue every time we play a land, it's pretty good. If you're playing like higher end, more, not competitive, but like more higher end casual commander, it's going to be good. It'll interact with some of your fetch lands. It'll interact with some of your landfall themes to just give you tons of clues and ways to draw on field. And if you're in more casual, this is great with stuff like Evolving Wilds or Terramorphic Expanse, because you'll be getting 2 clue tokens for dropping one of those and then cracking it, getting a basic. Again, much like Idol, not a lot to say here. Great card draw engine. Under 20 cents. Yeah, 17 cents. Ridiculous. Pick one up. Up next, we've got Explosive Oh, sorry. No, that's my symptom list for my doctor. There we go. We've got Explosive Getaway for 7 cents. This 2, a red and a white sorcery, has exile a creature or artifact you control, return it to the battlefield at the end of turn, deal 4 damage to each creature. My mind went to Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Give all your instants and sorceries lifelink. With this, that's a lot of life gain. We all know how Blasphemous Act works in that deck. This, same idea. A Jeskai wall blink deck where all your stuff has big toughness, so the 4 damage to everything won't kill your board. You can still utilize this blink effect to great value. You could run like a Diluvian Primordial in there. Blink Diluvian Primordial with your Explosive Getaway, and then deal 4 damage to everything. None of your other stuff dies because it's all big toughness walls anyway. Wipe the opponent's board. Diluvian comes back in. Hey, this is free. This is free. I don't know, 7 cents. It seems like something to try out. I think it's officially been long enough since the Doctor Who set released that I'm starting to look at the cards and be like, that's not that bad. When it first released, I'm like, anything like that first releases in Magic, I'm like, it's kind of corny. I'm not really into that. And then like 2 months later, I'll be like, yeah, that card's pretty good. I like that. The Knight of the Doctor, I actually think this is not bad. For 17 cents, we get a 4 and 2 white enchantment saga. Chapter 1 destroys all creatures, and Chapter 2 returns a legendary creature from your graveyard into play with a first strike, vigilance, or lifelink counter on it. 6 mana board wipes, that's around the going rate. I think we're all kind of okay with playing 6 mana board wipes because we're going to be playing them later in the game most of the time anyway. And if you're in the legendary deck, this one's got the built-in resurrect one of your legendaries. And on top of all this, if you're in like a legendary enchantment deck, like if you're in a Nixia where you're running legendary themes and enchantment themes, this could be pretty good. Play it, trigger your enchantresses, draw you cards, wipe the board, get back one of your legendaries, play a Nixia to then get this back as a 3/3, wipe the board again if you need to. Let's talk about the craziest price drop on the list today. Cyberdrive Awakener. This card used to be pushing like 20 bucks. It's $2.60 now. This 5 and a blue 4/4 flyer has other artifact creatures you control have flying, which if you're in the artifact deck like Urza, something like that, that's a win con right there. But also when it ETBs, you get to turn all of your non-creature artifacts into 4/4 artifact creatures. Oh, I guess I'll have a piece. I guess I'll have a bite looking at it. Let's move on to Balin the Haymaker. This, one, fantastic card in a token deck if you're in the Naya colors. Two, really good commander, so either or here. This red, green, white legendary creature is a 4/3 with tap 2 untapped creatures you control to add 1 mana of any color, tap 3 untapped creatures you control to draw a card, and tap 4 untapped creatures you control to put 3 1/1 counters on Balin and give her trample until end of turn. Mana ramp, card draw, built into a commander. Love that. I would probably say this is one of the, if not like the best starter commander I've ever seen. If you want to build a deck to get your friends in commander, Balin might be a great start. This is really, really good. Built-in mana ramp, built-in card draw, and then built-in win condition, all stapled onto a commander, all for 52 cents. This is incredible. So a couple things here. One, Balin doesn't care about summoning sickness. So if you just played a creature, you can tap that creature to Balin because Balin is the one tapping that creature, not the creature itself. So let's just say hypothetically here, you've got 10 tokens in play. You tap them all to Balin's first ability to add 5 mana. You use that 5 mana to, let's say, play whatever that white drop devotion card is, the 3 and 2 white make 5 1/1 humans. You play that. You can then tap 3 of those humans you just played to draw you a card, and then tap 2 more of those humans you played to Path to Exile something. Oh, word. Let me get a bite looking at. If you're in a Naya token deck, this is fantastic. I would recommend this is the Naya token deck because... Moving on to Manglehorn. This is a card I discovered during our budget league down at my LGS. This comes in at $1.06. It is 2 and a green for a 2/2 creature. When Manglehorn ETBs, destroy target artifact. Artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Yeah, those treasures, sorry, you don't get to use them anymore because you have to tap them and crack them. Sorry. The clue tokens, don't get to use them. Food, don't have to say it, but I will. You don't get to use them. Not a lot to say here. Removal, shut down all that annoying shit your opponent's trying to do. Maybe you don't get it. The card's for manly men. Maybe you just don't get this one. I'll have you know that when I was 8 years old, I skated into the middle of the road, almost got hit by a speeding truck, and then ran inside crying and didn't leave the house for 3 days. Your move, douche canoe. Moving on, we're gonna talk about Quag Feast. I like Quag Feast. Again, this is from my budget league. I like this card a lot. It performed pretty well. For 13 cents, for 1 and a black, we get a sorcery. Choose target creature, planeswalker, or vehicle. Mill 2 cards, then destroy the chosen permanent if its mana value is less than or equal to the amount of cards in our graveyard. I love this. This is great. Drown in Filth. I love swapping out one of my removal pieces for that if I'm in a graveyard deck. I do the same thing with Quag Feast now. I'll swap out a Go for the Throat for my Drown in Filth. I'll swap out my Tragic Slip for a Quag Feast. You know what I mean? This sounds like someone's having a stroke if you don't play Magic. Works great. Something like Taval helps fill the graveyard while also providing removal. Even a Spellslinger deck like Kess, you could use this to like get yourself out of a sticky situation. Maybe you don't have the card draw or the specific type of removal you need in hand, so you drop Quag Feast on one of their creatures, mill 2 cards, hit that enchantment removal that you needed, play the enchantment removal out of grave with Kess. Let's talk about a card that got grossly overhyped when it got spoiled. Steward of the Harvest. 61 cents. This thing was pushing $15, $20 when it got spoiled. It's 61 now. I still think it's an incredibly strong card, so pick one up. For 3 and a green, you get a 3/3. When it enters, exile 3 lands from your graveyard. Creatures you control have all activated abilities of lands you exiled. Basic land. All your creatures are mana dorks now. Not bad, okay? Let me introduce you to some more gross stuff. Maze of Ith. Tap to make it so, yeah, that creature actually didn't attack. Just go ahead and untap it. All your creatures are one of those now. Okay, now we're Now we're getting somewhere. Wasteland. 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 Yeah, all your creatures are wastelands. All your creatures are tap, blow up, target land. I don't condone this behavior, but it's behavior I have to let be known so we can prevent others from doing it. So, if you want to pick up every single card on today's list, it is $9.97. And yes, I'm telling you, you have to pick up every card in this list. You can't cherry pick everything you want out of life, dude. Sometimes you just gotta bear down and get the whole list, all right? Gotta bear down for midterm, as a great man once said. Maybe consider picking these up next time you hit up your LGS. If you want to support the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I always check out the comments to see what you guys are saying down there. And if you want to show some additional support, check out the YouTube members down below or the Patreon member link down below. They both start as low as $1. Helps out the channel a ton. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping your ear off. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.